Welcome to Rosanadu. I'm once again needing to have fans on, and I have an air purifier on because there's many wildfires contributing to a lot of smoke in the air. I mean, I guess the air purifier doesn't need to be right next to me, but at the same time, it kind of does. I only just bought this today because that's how bad it got here in Michigan, in old Michigan. But folks, I mean, if you're in America, it kind of seems like there's smoke everywhere, or at least in the north and the west, and like the Midwest, I think, and the East Coast. So I don't know if it's reaching down to the south, but I don't know. It's not great. I hope that this air purifier is not louder than I am, but I'm sure it's contributing a little bit to the ambient noise. So I have been thinking about the Beatles. I'm just kidding. But I mean, we can always talk about the Beatles too in our Beatles corner. Lately, I've kind of been like taking stock a little bit. I mean, it's Mercury retrograde, and everything is just so chaotic. And that always makes me take like a step back and be like, what do I need? Where am I at? And definitely what I've been needing is like space and time to process. And it has occurred to me that it's just barely been 4 months since March 9th. And I mean, that's not a lot of time since my mom's passing. So, and it's been affecting me very deeply, and it's cracked me open. And we talked about the black hole in the last episode. I mean, I definitely feel like I'm moving through it, and that is really, really good. But it's also super painful because as you become aware of things, it's almost like more painful because now it's like your nervous system is like, you can handle this, so we're gonna dole it out a little bit more in like the sense that it's real and all of these things, and it happened, and just was a lot that did occur that led up to her passing. And then her passing has just been a whole nother seismic earthquake. So it has been fascinating to experience like new levels of grief while also feeling a little bit better in general. And just like I can live. I mean, like I'm enjoying things, but then there is like this anxiety and like a deep sadness too a lot of the time. And if I go there, I go there. And if like something triggers it that's happening, I'm not like putting it off, I'm just like feeling it. And that is a wonderful thing that I'm extremely grateful to have like the space and time to do that because it's not something I would want to like have to put off or have to not experience when it's happening because I imagine that would make me feel even worse. So I've really just been feeling it for 4 months, and I think that's why this 4 months has felt longer than it's been because it has been like a little bit of a horror show every day of like, when am I gonna cry? Or not even thinking that, but just like knowing what's happening is happening, and there's no way to contain it if it does happen. And I mean, like, since I'm alone often, I'm just going there, just crying. And I don't know, I'm not like gonna stop listening to music, and music makes me cry. And so it's all just part of it. It's not really something to not, or like to put on a shelf or whatever. It's like, it's here now. And so, and I think that processing it too helps me deal it. Because today I was listening to music and crying and just still feeling grateful and like open to listening to something enjoyable, you know? But it's like, but my life is like forever changed and I'm so sad and like heartbroken and mad and frustrated, like that I can't talk to her, and so many things about it are just so awful. There's just like a never ending wellspring of terrible things about losing someone you love so much. And so I don't feel great, but then it's like I am still here, and so I've just kind of been realizing that is true. And it like sounds so cliche, but it's like it's really the only way to say it. It's like, oh, well, I'm still here, and I have to do something. It's just definitely made me realize like so many things that I do. Like there's regrets, and there's just like tons of regret and tons of sadness and whatever. Okay, and I know it's not the first time I've said it. It might not be the last, and I understand. But I'm just saying too. There's also just like, well, certain things are really not important, and certain things really don't fucking matter at all. And I guess what I'm really saying is like I don't want to preach or anything, but certainly what I've said a few times is like I wish that I had been prepared for this in some way, to know like the gravity of life like before having to handle it alongside loss and grief. It's super interesting to me too because I've always been a person who's like we know like I like to like go there. I like to go deep, but it's I guess maybe like death is not something I've really explored or something when it comes to like big existential things in life. But now, but now, like I just can very safely say that for my own self, like my values have become much more apparent to me, and like what I value is so much more obvious now. I'm just like, why didn't I know this before? I just was like so stupid before. And now I guess I'm just stupid but aware of it. I don't know. I just, at the same time, like I definitely have known what's important because the way I've dedicated my life to Jay. And like I can't be so almost like aggressively hard on myself, but it's just like I want to, I don't know. I just I want to do better. Like I want to actually live according to what I love and I'm passionate about, and not put it off because like YOLO is real. Like that's for myself. I'm just like I just want to actually do the things I want to do and be with the people I want to be with, and fuck the rest. Like for real. I just kind of don't care even more about. I don't know. I don't know if I don't care less now about the things that like or if I'm just realizing like yeah, I really don't care about certain things that other people do, and what I do care about is um what I care about. And I don't know why it's hard to like say that on a podcast that's like basically about the things that I care about, but I think also it's annoying to be like and this is what I care about. Like like you guys give a shit. You know what I mean? Like anyone should care. But at the same time, whatever. Like I care about like truth and meaning and beauty and passion and the things that I find those things in. That's what I care about. And also to go even further, it's like I care about family and the people I love and my life. And like living according to certain standards. Like I want to feel good and healthy, and I want like peace and calm in my life. Like I don't need like an angry man, but I want to be around people I do love, and I want to cultivate more of that and not. So I think that like things have been really hard and many layered for me for a very long time, learning lessons and putting pieces together and like really working hard. And now I'm kind of like, oh, this is the fallout from that. And this is the adjustments. Like, these are the adjustments that need to be made in order for me to be happy. And I think that that is what I was starting to say 5 minutes ago. So I've said it. I'm just like trying, as always throughout my life, to like either take my power back if necessary, or be like, yes, I am powerful and I am passionate and I am like caring and wonderful and talented. You know what I mean? Like, and that's part of my power. And so that is what I wish to express and like give back or participate in. And I think as like a woman and a girl and all of these things, it's like hard and been hard to like claim space. And yeah, I think that now I'm just like seeing it all sort of for what it is and being like, oh, but like I am powerful and like no one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. I just, like I think I've said before, like I'm over it. I'm over like pretending. And I think part of the act is pretending that like I'm not powerful. And so fuck that. Like I am powerful. I do know what's right. I am an amazing person. Like I am everything that I know myself to be, and it's fine to be that outwardly too. And I don't know, maybe my life will not ever like match up with it, but at least I can know who I am and like live my life according to that and see where it takes me. It's taken me cool places before. Like before I had Jay, I did live a lot, even though I had him young. And magic has also found me throughout his lifetime. Like I, I have no doubt about it. It's really just like I just need to be doing it. You know what I mean? I think that like everything that I've been doing this year is building back up, building like back up that sense of like, no, like I know who I am, I know what I'm about, and like I don't need anyone to tell me, and I don't need anyone to uh, stop me, and like no one's trying to stop me anyway. So I guess a few examples of that are like, I mean, it's just like about making it work for yourself. And for me, since I am whatever I am, and I can get overstimulated, I've definitely had to make like my phone more like Diana friendly. And so one thing I did was I turned off the feature, which it is a feature, but I mean it's like you have to go in accessibility settings to fix this, but there's so many things in the accessibility settings that I've utilized now to make my phone less of like a gizmo gadget, like whatever. I mean I have like no notifications on and anyway, that's just so the one thing I did was turn off the setting where like when you lift your phone up or it gets jostled or anytime touched it turns on. That function is gone. If I want to turn on my phone, I have to press the button. And that at first I guess I was like, why am I really doing this? But then I was like, yeah, I just kind of feel like I don't need my phone to be greeting me every 5 seconds or anytime I pick it up to move it. I don't need to see what's on the screen. I don't need to know anything. Like, everything's good. And that's just how I feel. And after having it in practice for a couple months, I'm like, this is the life. Like, I feel much more peaceful just from doing that one thing. And I mean, there are other things I've done that I will just rattle off. There's the color filter that I don't really use because I don't go on social media anymore because I've literally had the brick mode on. Uh, I've been bricked now for well over a month, I think. If not well over a month, like at least 30 days. So the color filter is not something I'm. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I was getting spam calls from Washington. I don't know why. But anyway, um, I should have been on Do Not Disturb while recording. I'm so thirsty from the flames. Really all just to say, like, I just I don't want to feel like anything is running the show, and it seems like there's so many things constantly trying to get my attention. First of all, there's advertisements no matter what you're watching or doing, you're seeing advertisements, and it really is not good. I don't like it. And besides that, I'm still seeing garbage, even though I'm in brick mode all the time. You still see shit, and I mean, because I'm bricking like the social media. There's still other apps. There's ads on everything, and beyond that, I just feel like there's so much tomfoolery out in these streets. People are going crazy. I don't even know what's happening. I feel like people are a little bit more apathetic than they used to be, and they also are pissed off, and that's just like a really bad combination. It's just creating some friction, I think, out in the world in general. So cultivating these things, like feeling more like sovereign and like myself, and like I'm sort of in control of things, like I'm making things work for myself because you kind of have to do that. I think that's what I'm getting at. That's like, and maybe you don't have the pull to your phone as much as I do, and maybe there's something somewhere else where you can, or like where this resonates. I don't know, but for me, it is like I need to be in control of my attention. It's so hard to keep your attention on good, positive things because we just really seem to tend towards the negative these days, and like everything is just ooh, and I'm just like that. Life can't be life. Like I understand entropy, but I personally am on a trajectory where we're trying to like make things better, and we have been. Things have been getting better, so why can't they keep getting better? And also, like there is, it's just like, are you gonna focus on the good, or are you gonna focus on the bad? Like I don't know. That's just, and I definitely have focused on the bad, and that's why I can speak on it because like I've lived through hell so many times, and I'm not gonna say like it's because I was focusing on bad shit, but I'm just saying like instead doing the things that matter and bring me joy and just like replacing the bad with the good has worked. Just in general, it keeps things moving in a positive direction. I think it really does, and it's definitely been tested lately. And I'm just giving myself what I need throughout that so that I don't lose my mind. Because that's what I'm saying. It's like it is really rough and shitty, and so many things are wrong and off balance. But like, I mean, like literally, so many things are wrong and off balance. It's almost like nothing good is happening. Like everyone seems at odds, men and women. Like we all just seem to be like being divided and conquered. Like it truly feels like that sometimes. And it just like that can't be where my focus is though in my own life. Like my own life has to be good. So how does it get good? By doing good and being good and feeling good and like prioritizing those things. And it sounds like work, and it is, but it's like better because then you feel better and better things happen. I don't know. It's just we gotta work on those things though. Like we, I don't want Jay to have like such a terrible world to live in. I want it to be a good little world for him, and full of magic and possibilities. And I think that we can get back, get back, JoJo. I mean, honestly, I I just feel like we need to have a little more Beatles in our lives. And by that I mean like less screens, because they didn't have screens back then. They barely had TVs. More passion, more joy, and more doing what you love. Whatever that is like the best thing. And I love that. That's like what the Beatles I think symbolizes to me, is such like a never ending uh, source, such a never ending source of inspiration and moments of like pure joy from their art itself. That's the Beatles corner for now. It's my like true hyperfixation right now, but I've never felt like there was a more worthy hyperfixation. Like they cut to the core, and the amount of like different feelings that their music gives and encompasses, and like I legitimately can't even believe it. And I know I said the Beatles corner was over, but like I genuinely just can't believe it. They're the best band that ever lived. But also, I think it's because of the variety that I feel that way, and because of like the clear passion behind it. But I mean, I feel that passion from other bands for sure, and other bands of that era. And it's all magical. Like I was listening to the Beach Boys, and I was like, this is like unimaginably powerful music. Anyway, I just love it, and I hope that we get back JoJo to maybe making music like that again, and like Pink Floyd and all of that. Okay, well, we did it. We recorded a short episode, and we talked about the Beatles, and we talked about being sovereign in ourselves. And that's the Rosanadu promise, is that we'll talk about those two things. Someday we'll stop talking about the Beatles, maybe. I don't know. Check out the link in the episode description for more. Let's be friends. And you can see my art and what all of it's about. And thanks for listening, everybody. I'll see you next time on Rosanadu!